Stop everything you're doing right now and listen carefully. What I'm about to share could completely transform the way you see life, death, and reality itself. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is more than just a sacred text. It's a guide to navigating the transitions between life and death with clarity and courage. Imagine accessing ancient wisdom that connects consciousness with the mysteries of the universe. This journey has the power to change how you live, love, and face the challenges of existence. Most people fear death, but what if it were the greatest opportunity for spiritual liberation? This ancient book doesn't just explain what happens in our final moments. It provides a map to traverse the bardos, the states of transition between life and death. The clear light described in its pages is not merely a promise for the end. It's an inner reality you can access right now. Stay with me, because together we'll explore how this wisdom can transform your life. Throughout history, mystics, monks, and even scientists have been fascinated by the power of this book. It dares to answer questions that modern science still struggles to explain. What happens to consciousness after death? The Tibetan Book of the Dead suggests that consciousness continues its journey, offering incredible possibilities for rebirth or liberation. Today, you'll discover how this ancient wisdom is not only relevant, but essential for living a life with deeper purpose. Whether you've meditated before or never even heard of the bardos, this message is for you. Let's begin this journey together, and I promise that by the end, you'll never look at life the same way again. The mystery of death and consciousness. Despite all the advancements of modern science, the mystery of death remains one of humanity's greatest enigmas. Consciousness defies simple explanation. It transcends what our senses can perceive. However, the Tibetan Book of the Dead offers a radical perspective. Consciousness doesn't end with death, but journeys through various bardos. This profound idea invites us to explore the transition between life and death with courage. Many who have experienced near-death events describe encountering a clear light, a divine presence radiating peace and compassion. These accounts align astonishingly with Tibetan teachings. Coincidence or confirmation of ancient wisdom? According to these experiences, consciousness remains alive, traveling through an inner reality that cannot be ignored. Now imagine that these moments aren't reserved only for death, but can also be experienced in life. Spiritual transformation is accessible here and now. This is the true revolution of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. It doesn't just teach us how to die, it shows us how to live fully. Ancient wisdom isn't merely an echo of the past. It's a powerful tool for understanding the present. When we view consciousness as eternal, our priorities shift. What would you do differently if you knew every thought shaped not only this life, but those to come? What if science and spirituality were more interconnected than we ever imagined? The Tibetan Book of the Dead highlights a connection between consciousness and the universe that transcends material explanations. Modern studies are beginning to validate the impact of meditation, near-death experiences, and the power of thought, suggesting that consciousness may be the greatest mystery of all. This convergence reveals that spiritual inquiry and scientific investigation are two sides of the same coin. The role of karma in the cycle of life and death. Karma is the force that connects every choice we make to the reality we create. Every thought, word, and action accumulates energy, shaping the bardos we'll encounter. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, karma is described as the architect of our rebirth. It's not a punishment or reward, but a direct reflection of who we are. Take a moment to reflect. How are you using your energy? Every act of kindness or anger leaves marks that extend far beyond what you can imagine. When the moment of transition arrives, what will you have accumulated? This is an opportunity to reevaluate our choices and redirect our journey. Tibetan teachings remind us that we can transform our karma through meditation and mindful daily practices. Every moment of awareness is a chance to release negative patterns and cultivate positive energy. Imagine living with this level of clarity. You are not bound by your past. Spiritual transformation is always possible. The Tibetan Book of the Dead teaches us that the transition between life and death mirrors how we live now. By understanding the role of karma, you can create a future aligned with a higher purpose. The power to change is in your hands. What if karma also offered a path to healing? By identifying the patterns that hold us back, we can consciously work to overcome them, bringing balance to our lives. Karma challenges us to take responsibility for our destiny, but also empowers us to transform it, showing that rebirth reflects our spiritual growth. The concept of bardos, moments of transition. Bardos are not just states between life and death. They are present in every transition we experience. From small daily decisions to life's major changes, we are constantly navigating bardos. The Tibetan Book of the Dead sees these moments as opportunities for awakening consciousness. They challenge us to see beyond illusions and embrace spiritual transformation. The bardo of death, for instance, offers a chance to encounter the clear light, the pure essence of our consciousness. But we don't have to wait for our final moments to find this light. Meditating on impermanence helps us access this clarity during life. Every transition invites us to reconnect with our inner reality. The bardo of visions confronts us with projections of our minds, from serene deities to terrifying monsters. These images aren't external. They reflect our deepest fears, desires, and attachments. What you perceive in these moments depends on what you've cultivated throughout life. Self-awareness is the key to crossing this bardo with courage. Finally, the bardo of rebirth shows how every thought and intention shapes our future. Imagine a state of pure consciousness where your intentions create the next phase of your journey. This powerful lesson invites us to cultivate clarity and detachment while still alive. The bardo of rebirth is not just about the life-death cycle. It's about being reborn every day with purpose and intention. Bardos also teach us to embrace uncertainty. When we see each moment of transition as a portal, we learn to release the past and open ourselves to the new. This practice builds resilience, allowing us to face life with courage and balance. The wisdom of the bardos reminds us that change is the only path to growth. Recognizing bardos in daily life reveals opportunities for spiritual transformation. Each choice, big or small, becomes a gateway to growth. The ancient wisdom of the Tibetan Book of the Dead reminds us that these moments of transition are blessings in disguise. Are you ready to see the light within change? Lessons from the bardos to navigate life's transitions. Bardos are not confined to death. They are present in every moment of uncertainty or change. Think about the times you had to let go of something familiar to face the unknown. These periods, whether emotional or practical, are opportunities to awaken your consciousness. The difference lies in how we face them, with fear or with clarity. The Tibetan Book of the Dead teaches us to view these transitions as precious moments for growth. Instead of fearing chaos, we can embrace it as part of our spiritual journey. Tibetan practices like meditation help cultivate the presence and courage needed to navigate these phases. With this mindset, each transition ceases to be an obstacle and becomes a chance for evolution. Imagine every challenge in life as a small bardo, urging you to release old patterns and embrace the new. When we approach these changes with awareness, we draw closer to the clear light, even in life. Transforming fear into learning is the path to a more meaningful existence. What lesson can you take from the bardo you are facing today? But what happens when we fully embrace the bardos as part of life? We create space for deep reflection, allowing us to connect with our true essence. This process isn't just about survival. It's about flourishing amidst adversity. By welcoming transitions, we cultivate emotional and spiritual resilience, growing stronger and more aligned with our purpose. The bardos also remind us that every moment of transition carries the potential for transformation. By seeing each phase of change as an invitation, we unlock opportunities to grow spiritually. Whether it's a career shift, a loss, or a new beginning, embracing these transitions prepares us to face life's uncertainties with strength and wisdom. Tibetan practices for living and dying consciously. Tibetan practices are not reserved for monks. They are practical tools for anyone seeking to live with greater purpose. Meditation, for example, calms the mind and helps us recognize impermanence as an inherent part of life. By focusing on the breath and the present moment, we gain clarity about our inner reality. This practice prepares us for the bardos we will encounter, both in life and in death. Another powerful practice is chanting mantras. Repeating sacred words like Om Mani Padme Hum aligns your consciousness with higher energies. These vibrations not only help the mind focus, but also create a state of peace and balance. It's as if you are tuning your mind to the universe's frequency. Practices like Tunglen, which involve breathing in the world's suffering and exhaling compassion, are equally transformative. They dissolve the ego and deepen our connection with all beings. This prepares us to face the bardos with an open heart. The more you practice, the better equipped you are to handle any transition. Starting the day with a meditation on impermanence can radically shift your perspective. Each moment becomes valuable, and everyday worries lose their grip. With these practices, you not only live more fully, but also prepare your consciousness for spiritual liberation. Integrating these practices into your daily routine creates a solid foundation for overcoming life's challenges. Turning small moments into conscious rituals, like meditating upon waking or chanting mantras before sleep, elevates your energy and promotes mental balance. These simple actions have a profound impact, helping you live with clarity and purpose. By committing to these practices, you also cultivate resilience and spiritual strength. These tools not only prepare you for life's transitions, but also allow you to connect deeply with your inner self. Whether you're facing a minor obstacle or a major life change, these teachings can guide you toward peace and enlightenment. Intersection with the science of consciousness. In today's world, modern science is beginning to explore the same mysteries that the Tibetan Book of the Dead has addressed for centuries. Research into near-death experiences and consciousness suggests that awareness may continue after death. This creates a fascinating bridge between ancient wisdom and scientific discovery. Imagine if we could prove that consciousness isn't confined to the physical brain. Accounts of the clear light and spiritual journeys during near-death states intrigue scientists and validate Tibetan teachings. This convergence of science and spirituality challenges us to rethink life and death. The inner reality described by Tibetan masters might be more tangible than we ever imagined. Studying altered states of consciousness reveals measurable effects of meditation and other practices on the brain. These include reduced stress, increased empathy, and even improved physical health. This demonstrates that Tibetan teachings are not only philosophical, but also practical and applicable. How can you use these findings to enhance your life today? What if science could provide tools to strengthen spiritual practices? Imagine combining modern technologies like neurofeedback with ancient meditative techniques to achieve deeper levels of self-awareness. This intersection between science and spirituality not only validates age-old practices, but also offers new ways to expand the mind and achieve liberation. The Tibetan Book of the Dead continues to inspire both mystics and scientists. It teaches us that consciousness may hold the key to unlocking life's greatest mysteries. As we explore the connections between ancient teachings and modern discoveries, we step closer to understanding the limitless potential of the human mind. Applying the wisdom of the bardos in daily life. Bardos are not distant or abstract concepts. They are present in every decision we make. In our daily lives, we face small bardos whenever we encounter change, uncertainty, or difficult choices. The Tibetan Book of the Dead teaches that each of these moments is an opportunity for spiritual growth. The key lies in how we respond, with fear or acceptance. Practicing mindfulness can help us recognize these bardos as they happen. By bringing attention to the present moment, we become more aware of the patterns that hold us back. Instead of reacting automatically to difficulties, we can respond with clarity and compassion. This shift in perspective turns challenges into gateways for transformation. Acknowledging that transitions are inevitable helps us embrace them with courage. Impermanence, far from being frightening, is what gives life meaning. Every ending brings a new beginning, and every loss creates space for something new. What could you gain by approaching change with this mindset? Reflecting on the bardos daily enables us to live with greater intention. Every choice, no matter how small, shapes the path we walk. Viewing life as a series of transitions helps us value each moment, treating it as an opportunity to align with our higher purpose. By understanding and embracing the bardos in our daily lives, we cultivate the wisdom to face life's uncertainties with strength and balance. Whether we're navigating small shifts or major transformations, the lessons of the Tibetan Book of the Dead remind us that every moment is a portal to growth and self-discovery. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, a guide to life and death. The Tibetan Book of the Dead teaches us that life and death are not opposites, but integral parts of a continuous cycle. Every day, we have the opportunity to prepare for the ultimate transition by living with purpose and awareness. Don't wait for the moment of death to seek the clear light. Begin now, recognizing the value of each moment. Applying the teachings of the Tibetan Book of the Dead allows you to transform not only the end of your journey, but every step along the way. Meditation, mantras, and the practice of compassion bring clarity and balance into daily life. These practices serve as the foundation for a richer and more meaningful existence. Ask yourself, how are you facing the bardos in your life today? Are you seizing opportunities for growth, or are you avoiding them? Remember, every transition is an invitation to move closer to your true essence. By incorporating these lessons, you prepare not only for the final bardo, but for every transition life has to offer. These teachings encourage us to live with open hearts and fearless awareness, embracing each moment as a chance to awaken to the deeper truths of existence. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more transformative content like this. Click like to help us reach more people, and share this video with anyone you believe could benefit from this powerful message. And here's a special invitation. Leave a comment below sharing the most profound reflection this video awakened in you. By contributing your perspective, you not only enrich the conversation, but also help others connect with these ideas. Your words could be exactly what someone else needs to transform their own journey. So, comment now and be part of this growing community of learning and growth. Now, I invite you to reflect. What can you do today to prepare for the transitions ahead? Share in the comments how these ideas resonate with you. Together, we can learn to navigate the mysteries of life and death with courage and wisdom.